early for me to be up, but oh well. I guess it is what it is, right? Especially doing a video. But what I'm picking up is that somebody that's working for this shadow government energy or the shadow energy is obsessed with your life. This person has some type of job or skill or task. They may be assigned as a social worker or something to your particular case. All right. Because now, since everything is going social, there are social media nurses and doctors. This means, again, for a certain galactic earthly group of people, possibly, that these people are like surveilling you for a reason. It's not for no reason. People do not break into empty houses, okay? Especially to burglarize. So what I'm picking up is this cat is up there acting a fool, okay, this morning. All right. But what I'm picking up is that there's someone, maybe a feminine or a masculine energy in one of these positions of power that these are people that play, like we said, those human hunters or human hunting. Something I posted a while back. Also, like this has something to do with like the social construct of something here. I don't know. I feel like there's a good and a bad aspect to it. Okay. But somebody may have gotten obsessed secretly because there's a difference when you know you're under surveillance or something like this is different. Okay, when you know you've done something wrong and this is what it is and you're under, it's different. Okay, and I feel like, again, when people don't know, when people think you don't know, or that people won't believe you, that people are watching you or harassing you, okay, then they get haughty. They get into this mode where, now if we want to talk about the mind, I don't care if you have a degree or not. Some of us don't have to have that in order to, we have actual pure gifts, all right, that we use to discern and to detect things, okay, that are going on in the world around us, sometimes and otherwise, okay. So just know that somebody is watching someone at a distance, possibly, or somebody is watching someone, okay? And they're trying to be like the one card that we have with the person, the witch that's standing over a house and directing negative energy towards the house. I was just sitting there, right? And I was just talking to Taurus before he left. And then a couple of minutes after he left, the song on Pandora that came on was Mokenstaff, like he's mine. You might have had him once, but I got him all the time. So I feel like this, I mean, and I feel like this is very traumatic for some people because I know when that song comes in, this is someone that's jealous about the closeness or the bonding that may be going on between me and Taurus. So it's almost like, it's almost like they're swapping out people's energy. Okay. I just read this post that says something like, once you realize we're energies living in vassals, it let me know that this soul searching that these people are doing are probably for these particular vassals here, okay? To inhabit your person, actually, okay? So this is talking about possession, demon possession, something about demon time, okay? Certain times or hours of the day or something like this might have something to do with this, okay? But what I feel is that people are using their power and authority to canvas and search and shop for home, like people that they want to inhabit or have their destiny or switch destinies or something like this. A lot of these people are people that have already been robbed behind the scenes when it comes to wills and trusts and shit like this or something like this, okay? Or inheritances, okay? There may be also people that you connect with on an energetic level, that people were blocking connections between these people, and then also ruining what's going on in your home to leave people out in the cold, to leave someone like in a dire situation here, starting from the bottom, poor, out in the cold, living in your car. There's probably a lot of people in the Americas that are doing this. Okay, while people are coming into the country and getting grants and all type of assistance to get homes or things like this, they're putting Americans, true Americans, no matter what color you are. I'm talking about past the third generation. Okay, past the let's see, 400 that may come from those 400 years. Okay, mm, like the people that were here prior to those 400 years. Okay, that stem from those bloodlines, because those are the true supposedly rulers right now. Okay, but again, we have these agencies that are taking over, okay, here right now, to make sure that that doesn't ensue. Okay, so this may be slandering or even like going like how they're doing to Trump. Okay, but again, think as above, so below. Think magnetically, spiritually, in some other kind of way. You are as powerful as these people are that are being perpetrated on the media or in elite or higher up statuses. Okay, so you are as important as this person. Like your twin flame could be, you know what I'm saying, your twin flame could be like a world leader or something like this. Okay, but you're just looked at as this person, that is just in society or whatever, living a normal life. But in all reality, some of us are attached to very powerful people. All right, and this is where you get the vampiric energy, the cannibal energy, because they think that they can steamroll over the smaller people or keep them small or something like this. Okay, but I also think that there is a masculine energy that was trying to do the right thing by keeping someone small. Somebody knew what somebody held here, but I feel like that original masculine is not in power anymore, or doesn't have any authority. And I feel like this person was wrongly persecuted. Okay, because of the word of God and who God is and what the current situation is on this planet. So I feel like that person was targeted and removed because other people saw what a jewel something or someone was, and they wanted control over it. Okay, so this means that there could be a masculine or a feminine that have been persecuted on a higher level here. All right, but his soulmate or her soulmate may be in the lower realms, commoner, peasant, servants, even in the underworld, in the caste system or class system. All right. So again, a lot of this is spiritual. A lot of people won't, in systems and stuff like that, and psychiatrists, they won't even understand. In the book of Enoch, it says that these people will not understand. They just were not invited. Okay. Now, again, that could be also looked at as my situation as being blocked out. But I was invited. Okay. Many are called, but only few are chosen. And I feel like I'm chosen by who it really matters. Okay, these people, many have been chosen, but think that they're the only one that have been chosen by somebody's energy. If you get what I'm saying, somebody could have been telling every girl that she was the one. Okay, somebody could have been telling every girl that she was the one, but something wasn't adding up. All right. So, like I said, many are called, but few are chosen. And I feel like in this instance, the ones that are not being chosen, that are being ridiculed or shoved off or a cliff or something like this, are the ones that know who they are and how much power they hold. Whoever this masculine is cannot take that type of energy here, because that's almost going in the right direction, and these people don't want to go in the right direction. They want to go in the wrong direction. And it's just unfortunate that as sharecroppers and things like this is kind of like what I see as a sharecropping of 2022. All right, 23 or whatever and beyond. All right, and it's I don't know, it's kind of messy. It's kind of, you know but I guess, exposing it may not be the best thing, especially if there's not that much momentum behind, or that many people gathering together and speaking their mind or speaking their story. And if there's things against this on social media and by law, then this makes it even harder to do so. All right, for people to be able to speak out. So I feel like this is leading to a heavy increase on um, things like because some people may be feeble-minded, on people just wanted to end it all or something like this. Okay, so again, I've been placed here to do too much damn work. Ain't nobody talking about going nowhere. Like you will never. If anybody tried to tell you some shit about me doing something to myself, it just is not. I love myself too much. Okay, and I also love, the people that are around me that actually do love me. All right. Um. Yeah, I don't know how many you motherfuckers is, but again, the main thing is me loving myself in that manner. And a lot of people don't genuinely, truly, to the core, love themselves. Okay. They can't look at themselves in the mirror and say that they haven't been hurting someone or something like this. So, again, this is a way for them to try to target, I feel, the holy ones, okay, or chosen ones. Um, with that energy I put out about somebody went against the Lord or whatever, and that's why they didn't make them king. I feel like that's baloney. When I put that scripture up, that was me talking about, somebody actually did know you were, but they just thought you would be in competition with them, so they tried to end you. But in reverse, somebody may lose their kingship for trying to come towards yours. And a king in this day and age, I guess, could be a feminine or a masculine. It depends on what type of energy you're harnessing. Okay. So it's almost like I'm hearing someone saying it's either me or you. Okay. For some type of high end position. Now, if you could think about that, like say the big boss or God is there using his angels. Now, an angel is up to maybe, you know what I'm saying, work closer with God, but also the angel know that God is watching you. So that's what I'm saying. You have to be careful, right? This is with any position. I'm just using God as an example, but this could be with any position. All right. This could be low key, like these things are being set up by the ancestors and guides and shit like this. But ancestors and guides can also be some of these people that are not in the upright. They're not of the light, they're of the dark. Okay. So just because somebody say they're dealing with their ancestors don't mean, you know what I'm saying, that that's the case. And I get that from actually dealing with these people's ancestors too, because they don't like the way that these people are operating against certain people. All right. It's looked at as unjust. It's not balanced. It's not well balanced at all. So I'm just talking about, again, social harassment, bullying, scapegoating, um, also engineering with social engineering with creating certain narratives and certain outcomes by gaining a momentum of hate towards someone to dehumanize them, all right, in order to then further bully and maybe, displace these people. Okay. So it's almost like getting rid of the out with the old and in with the new. Okay. So this is mass genocide, paper genocide or otherwise. Okay. But I feel like it's playing more on the mental. All of this shit is more mental. You have to be solid. You have to be strong. You have to be, you know what I'm saying, locked in when it comes to your mental. Mm, there's something. A lot of this stuff is illusions, to do this. And that's why while they're doing a study, I'm doing my own study. You get what I'm saying? It's just helping me understand the human mind and also other different types of mindsets that have been addressing and visiting this planet for a very long time. Okay. So I'm not the only one that will be talking about these things. Okay. There's people, I don't know, I guess because Paul came up yesterday. So it made me think about Paul Wallace, I think. Okay. Or there might be another Paul name that I'm thinking of. All right. But these people, like I said, excuse me, we're not talking about any kind of different information. It's just who's talking about it. Okay. And how deep and raw and uncut you're talking about, and how much in real time you're talking about these things that has these people all in an uproar. I don't know. There's been a lot of ET energy. I've just been sensing a lot of ET energy here. I believe that a lot of these men and women are dealing with succubus, incubus energies or demonic spirits here that have them doing these racially charged, discriminatory acts towards other beings here, specific beings. Okay, so um, yeah, I felt like I just want to get that out. Now this could be past, present, or future. We can talk about anything within the past 1,000 years. Okay, this may be like me having this mindset, or again, I keep going back to Esau and he saw what he saw, and wondering if that's why somebody hated someone. If this was source in a like a God energy in a low vibrating manner here, maybe jealous or feeling some kind of way, or maybe intimidated by a child that was being brought up. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so before people see the true light of this child, these could be little g gods, is what I'm talking about, governing forces. Okay, or I call them governing because they're playing God. Okay, and yeah, it could be these particular forces that are targeting these people in a very horrendous manner, almost to dehumanize them, where people can't see you as anything but like a zoo animal or something that's hung up on the wall or a property or to another individual. Now, this is sad in these day and age because people can use manipulation mass manipulation. They can also use, different types of covert warfare in order to ensue this. All right, and then they only show the part of the they show the part of the victim. It's like victim shaming or something. They're not showing the actual things that they're doing behind the scenes. All right, but to the people that are behind the scenes, and these people are usually envious or hateful or spiteful towards whoever it is they're having to watch or mock or learn the language of. You know, yeah. So I feel like that's, and a lot of this happened with at home moms because their power, basically, in somewhat what people would think their authority, seem to be taken away because they are not financially stable. They can't make moves quick. So this is what this disturbances and these illusions they placed on these women over time, while other people were running out with their stuff. Or again, you ever hear like they say, you were sitting there reading the Bible, and by the time they lift up your a group of people lifted up their head, somebody had made it off with all of their goods. Okay, so it's something like that. It's something like that, keeping you distracted with these other things while people are literally raping and pillaging everything that is supposed to be coming to you in this new chapter or at this new point in your life. Okay, especially if you're targeted or you're a galactic being, and then you have been, held under galactic maybe restraints, or with a certain lifestyle that has something to do with contact. Okay, invasion, abduction, contact. All right, contacted beings or something like this. All right, because you are those particular types of gods. Okay, when we're talking about, like I say, prior to Egypt, but Sumerian, like this is goes way back. Mesopotamian, and even further, Sanskrit, whatever. It just goes further back. I just can read the biblical text and identify what we're talking about when we're talking about these things here. All right. So again, I feel like people are afraid of some of you, maybe your gifts, but instead of helping you, mold them or something like this, you're just being targeted or misled here. A lot of blockages too. The people that you're supposed to be in close contact with right now, possibly in the physical or mental. Okay, um, if it is a genuine, holy connection, is under attack. If you can't communicate with your person anymore, it may not be because you're a demon or you're a devil and you're cut off. It may be because they're using technology to do so, to intercept between messaging coming between two people. Okay, so it made me think about the telegraph and Alexander Graham Bell, but also, Nikola Tesla, because that made me think about the Nicolaitans. Okay, and it's something here. Okay, like again, somebody will hate someone. This is someone who is having two gods that is supposed to be sacrificing or cutting all of them other bitches off, but they refuse to. So that type of rebellion that we're talking about in that scripture that I posted yesterday was that somebody is refusing. Okay, this is when it comes to the masculine energy and feminine energy. Okay, they're like, I'm hearing frog with an accordion. Okay, so this might be again showing that somebody's having a false twin flame or someone that's actually really a frog. Okay. Mm. I don't know why I'm seeing that Alice in Wonderland card that we use with the frog on it in the wig, the WHIG wig. Um, what do you call it? Wig. Okay. um, talking to the one girl. Okay, talking to Alice, and the crown is like suspended in air. Okay. So that I don't know why I'm also hearing like North Node or something like this. Okay. Why am I seeing that? I don't know. Maybe this has something to do with like not well. We ain't even gonna talk about that word, so-called gravity. But I don't know. I don't know why I just seen a vision of the other day. Me and my daughter were like playing around or whatever. She was holding up a broom, and the broom was standing up. Okay, in the kitchen. It was just level where it was just standing up in the kitchen in the middle of, and it stayed there for like an hour, 2 hours. As we walked past it and everything, we just kept walking past the broom, and the broom was just standing up there. Okay, So it's like it was like a transfer, like I was handing her the broom or something like this, and then when we both let it go, it was standing there. Right. So it's something about, I don't know. Okay. And that broom just stood there, I'm telling y'all, for a couple hours as we just went on with our day. We left the house, came back in, I opened up the door by the broom, everything, it just didn't fall. Okay. Until later on that day. So I don't know, y'all. It's something very strange going on here, and that's just all I feel. All right. It's a lot of things that I've been having dreams about that I'm sharing with you guys, or visions, or it's just like coming to me some kind of way here. It's also where I feel like this is somebody's demise here. Like this was a plan here for somebody to let go of something and fill it with some type of visions or something like this, that, being a witness of God and not delivering a message can get you into big trouble. I rather fear God than fear man and whatever they're trying to deploy or do, which is a very interesting word if you want to look that up in etymology, to people here. Because I remember last year, I think, I'm about to say, oh, Biden. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Biden. So I guess I'm about to say Obama Biden. All right. But Biden was saying something about, what was it? Damn, that just skipped my mind. So maybe somebody just don't want me talking about that. Maybe once I, yeah, that just totally slipped my mind, whatever I was going to say. So this is a war. This is warfare. Like I said, like silent attacks on human beings here, or other type of beings, whatever here. I just feel like it's something about the light versus the dark here. It's not equally yoked right now. Darkness is prevailing. I feel like people are lacking faith or something like this, and guidance possibly. And I think it has something to do with like electronic waves or something being sent out here. So yeah, so somebody, which I said can be a very dangerous thing. I just put a clip up of that movie Obsessed, because I feel like this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with someone who is obsessed with also already claiming your man. You know what I'm saying? These people may not have access to either one of you in the real realm, but there's something going on here. Okay, somebody is trying to drill their way into someone's livelihood, into your home, into your being. Mm. And I feel like they're using witchcraft and sorcery to do so. This could even be where people with that vampiric, like I said, that's just people that grab onto you and suck all the living life out of you. Okay. Um, and possibly the witch energy taking over the world over God, like getting people to walk away from the biblical text, separating people with a different point of view when it comes to the biblical text, away from others that can use this information to unlock codes or to see things in a different light or a different manner. But it's so that you to keep these people in a capsule or a bubble or something like this, or a jar energy where they're not aware of what's going on. And then these people send the Eight of Wands energy attacking you in different ways, spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, and shit like this. And then they turn on the camera for the world to see. And it seems that you're cursed or something like this, when really you're blessed. And it's just these people in their cursed ways of how they're treating hum- it's just like, I don't know, something is gone, and I feel like it's going to be gone for a, like, humility and what did we empathy may be gone for a while now. They don't want people repopulating. They don't want something like this. Okay. Mm. Whoever they are, you know who they are, to when it comes to your story. All right. So I feel like this is amping up that unsurety, amping up that you've been left behind, amping up that God has rejected you, your twin flame has rejected you, just you don't belong here, just end yourself. It's kind of like that. So it's like really bullying here. It's so funny because when we were riding past a school the other day, there was this big old sign on there that said no bullying, okay? But again, I was just wondering how much emphasis do they put on that? I hope that is something that people, remain to take seriously, okay, in school systems. Because some of these children that are coming up, you're trying to get rid of the mothers, all right? And when you do that, you're whatever this is, you're not going to be able to control anything with these next group of children that's coming up. I'm telling you now, okay? So you think these people think they smart enough and they think that they know and whatever, whatever, but you're not going to be able to control. This was the last generation for that shit. It's over. My group was the last group. You want to see about somebody untouchable and unstoppable, you just wait. It's not going to be, there's only a few that are in that energy that are above 40 or in that age group. It's not no more of that. There's only a few in that age range, okay? So where they're messing up is doing that right there. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Rather these old traditions of people having to abandon their family and never see them again in order to go into some type of other type of courtship without being able to cross back and forth or continue to visit their children or make sure that their children are okay and not completely traumatized and distraught by their absence. That's something that it's something to do with that Papa was a Rolling Stone energy. That maybe some people will have to move on, but they may still have access, because I feel like with this shadow energy in the past, the people just left and pretended to die or something like this, and then the real family ended up with nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is why some people in the past have kept on to last names, because of sense of protection here. Okay, and maybe that's the reason why it calls these women foolish that's led out of the house, because this could be a way of you walking away from something that you're already in, thinking that there's someone on the other side to meet you, and you find out that there's nothing but poverty. And since you got that divorce, the other person that you were with is walked away. They're free and able to walk away now, whether they wanted to or not. All right, it's like a sense of betrayal or something, and you're left out in the cold. And this has to do with spiritual ranking, okay, where you're going in the future, how you're going to be able to maneuver and operate in society still, buy and sell and things like this, okay? Something like that. Definitely something about the mark of the beast, okay? Now, there was something about Gutfield, that name that was coming up. So I was looking at the person named Gutfield and the new promotion and or whatever this is, and child sacrifice and something about something, the Nine of Cups as well, okay? And hmm, see, I couldn't find no coat of arms with that name at all. That was strange to me. Hmm. Just thinking about something. Yeah, but I just don't like when people. I don't like mass manipulation and when people abuse their power and their authority and their finances to control a narrative or a situation of other people. I think it's wrong. I think that's the first levels and the first steps to looking at someone as inhumane and then turning them into a targeted individual. Some of this stuff could have been see how you'll make it, how accurate you are with certain things and things like this. I feel like some of this is a test too from the universe, okay? Because it's going to take some people that have been through a lot here in order to move forward here, okay? It's making me think about the group of people on the Stranger Things that gave up their whole life and dedicated themselves to working on a project. So somebody wants somebody to feel like they're alone, but you're really not. Like this is a joke to whoever these people are, okay? That are trying to plot, okay? That got your back and notice that these people are plotting on you for no reason, just hateration, okay? So, but I do feel like there's been a hard way of two people connecting, maybe because they may be different, okay? Um, The communication could also have something to do with somebody switching their phones. Maybe you switch from an iPhone to a Samsung, or a Samsung to an iPhone. Maybe somebody broke your phone and you had to get a different phone. You got an iPhone or something like this. And then, now all of a sudden you're noticing that you're not connected with your person anymore, because now you're two different breeds here. Okay. Somebody could have been, again, that energy of an Android. And then, the iPhone energy is, I think it changes things. Those are the ones that like maybe bite the apple or something like this. Okay. And I don't know why that is also making me think about fingerprints and eye retina scans and for their phones, people that use those type of things here. And I feel like also some of this shit can be scanning your eyes and stuff like that anyways, whether you went for it or not. Okay. So yeah, so let's go ahead and end this video here. I think I'm gonna take me another small nap before I get up here to start the day, and I will see you guys soon. Take care. Remember, again, I'm never here to tell you what it is, what it ain't. I'm simply sharing what it looks like to me. All right. And again, as an oracle or a seer of God. Okay. Bye.